to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
What is up, everybody? This is episode 139 of the Motocross Supercross podcast, and we've got a lot to talk about, some big announcements. But I'm Adam, here's Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
It's a little messed up, the sport that we love and we follow, how things work, and how one day you can have one thing and then the next day you're just not there anymore.
Yeah, so are you referring to the biggest news that we have to talk about?
Sure. What's the biggest news?
Well, the biggest news is Fox Sports is out of the picture, not doing our Supercross this year as they have for the past, it seems like a while now. But NBC Sports and NBC will be covering the Supercross series this season, and I think that is pretty crazy. I think it's probably good. They cover the motocross and the Supercross now, so it's all in one stop shop, one shop stop, whatever the saying is.
Yeah, so Fell Motorsports has signed a multi-year deal with the NBC Sports Group to air the Monster Energy Supercross season and Monster Jam for the 2019. So pretty interesting to see. They did already have the motocross, the Lucas Oil Pro motocross season. I have to say they do a really good job with that. I like their coverage. I like how you can get it anywhere with the app. You can, with the Gold Pass and everything, you can get the qualifying. So pretty excited for this change for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like. The Gold Pass they'll have again for the Supercross season. I want to say it's like $75 for the season, but it's got the qualifying on there. You'll be able to watch that from the app. And if you remember, the Supercross live stream or whatever they did was always so awful. And it seemed like every single week there was an issue with the audio or just it cutting out or freezing. And yeah, it was just, I think this is a good move for sure.
Oh, definitely a good move for the sport. Definitely a good move for us, the fans. And
yeah, and another cool thing is I think it will also like store the races on the Gold Pass. You can watch previous races from the app. I know. Nice. Yeah, on Fox Sports on their app, you could only watch it live. So that's another plus right there.
Yeah, there's no on demand with the
Fox, yeah.
Yeah, with the Fox Sports app.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change that hashtag up. Instead of SX on Fox, it's gonna be SX on NBC. So
Sports.
NBCS.
NBCS.
Or whatever they call it.
SX on NBCS. That's a lot of letters, just random letters.
Yeah. SXONNBCS or whatever it is. I like it.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about was I wonder if they're gonna have like you can just buy the full season, all motocross, supercross, everything with the Gold Pass.
Little package
like
deal. Instead of doing like $75 for Supercross, $75 for motocross, you just get it all for like $100.
Exactly, 120. Let's say, I don't know, you save $20.
Yeah. Hey. $20 is $20, as they have in a shirt in Key West.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, so I'm excited, dude. 3 weeks from today, the season starts right around the corner.
3 weeks for today, but
the countdown has begun.
One thing that's gonna be happening this weekend, actually, this Sunday, in the Denver Broncos Stadium. Your boy,
that's actually today.
The rookie.
That's not even Sunday. It's a Saturday game against the Broncos and the Browns.
Oh, Broncos and the Browns, Saturday. Your boy, the rookie of the year, coming up year.
Yes.
Calling it right now. Joey Savaggi will be handing out the game ball. Apparently, he's going to be sending some autographs today, later on. And he will be riding the Kawasaki 450 into the field, which I don't know how that's going to work out because it's going to tear right up.
Definitely. Dude, and they've been really picky about the field. That's why whenever I read that, I was like, he's going to ride his bike on the field to deliver the game ball? Like, I don't know if they'd let that happen, but I guess he's going to be really careful if they do. Too bad they won't show that on TV. That'd be cool to see, but hopefully something pops up on Instagram. We can watch it somehow.
Yeah, we'll try to find that video, put it on our Instagram as well.
Because if you remember a couple weeks ago, Rams and the Chiefs were supposed to play their Monday Night Football game in Mexico, and they canceled that game because the field was in such bad condition. So ever since that, they've been really like hammering down on these fields. And even like, I want to say last week or the week before, I want to say it's like Andrew Luck or someone like slid like to go down after rushing, and it like took a huge like dent out of the field. And they took 10 minutes to bring in a whole grounds crew and just to clean it up.
Yeah, and that was their loss on the Mexico game because it was a really good game.
Oh yeah, they're calling it like the best game ever. That's what they said.
It was the highest score, for a Monday Night Football game, and it was pretty good.
It's like a college football game. Yeah.
For real,
dude. Speaking of, I know this is way off topic, but we got the bowl games and stuff happening for the college football. And one of the teams is playing at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, and they're like practicing at the high school, like right by my house.
Oh, the Dr. Phillips?
Yeah, exactly. So
nice. Didn't mean to throw you out there. Didn't mean to throw the location, but
oh yeah, people are gonna stalk me now and go to the high school by my house.
Adam lives right behind the Harry Potter.
Yep.
Ride. So
I can hear people screaming from Universal. That's how close I live. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't even know why I threw that in there. But what do you say we talk about some dirt bike stuff? Let's get back on topic. But yeah, no, that is really cool that Joey will be there. I didn't know he was a Broncos fan. Did you know he's a Broncos fan?
I did not. I found that very odd as well. I was thinking the same thing. I didn't know he was a Broncos fan.
I got a connection. The connection is, so Eli Tomac wins the Monster Million. He wins $1 million because Savachi lets him pass. So maybe Savachi's just, chilling up there in Colorado with Eli, because we know that's where he's at.
I'm sure they've been training together for a little bit, and we know how Eli has his own way of doing things, and it's been pretty successful, I wouldn't say, in the past. So I'm sure Joey Savachi's trying to, be the best. So
maybe Eli Tomac is the Broncos fan, since he's like a native from Colorado, and then it was supposed to be him delivering the game ball, but he handed it off to Joey as like a thanks for the $1 million.
It's like that commercial, that Visa commercial with Eli Manning and
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and then they're like, "How's that card thing again?"
He's like, you just tap it, and there, exactly like that. So yeah, we got to stay tuned to that, because obviously I'm a big football fan.
Another thing that I think is messed up about our sport, and the only reason, and that was my original comment, not with the NBC thing. We talked about it on a couple of podcasts ago about the Roger, how Racer X is putting in these awards for different categories and stuff like that. And the Roger for 2018 Racer X Mechanic of the Year went to Ohio native.
Yes.
Narco Nate.
Baggage mechanic.
Yeah, Narco Nate, who was baggage mechanic, has been baggage mechanic for a couple of years, I want to say, right? And unfortunately, at the end of last season, he was let go by the MX, what is it? The
RMATV or whatever it is. Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain ATV, KTM, whatever team, the Butler brother. So that's what I meant. But like one thing, you have it all, and then the next day you're out of a job. So
that's right. Yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he can, if he's an award-winning mechanic, you'd think he should have a job.
And that's where I was going at with this. How do you win Mechanic of the Year and
the Roger, very prestigious Roger Award?
The Roger, the Racer X Roger as a Mechanic of the Year, and not have rider to mechanic.
Yeah, that's right. Crazy. And dude, and that actually brings us into an update we have on Weston Peick, because it seemed like he had everything going for him, and then boom, obviously had his big crash in Petty with Cedric Subaris landing on his face and being in the hospital, and now he's back home. But he made an appearance on like the Swap Moto Trans World show they have there, and he kind of gave, it was pretty good in-depth look at kind of what he went through in that hospital, and definitely some crazy stuff. Yeah,
he obviously he doesn't really remember much of it, but
just his stay in the hospital was crazy, because he said like there was one day where first of all, he couldn't communicate with the nurses and stuff because of the language stuff. and he had like a trach, the little tube down his throat, so he couldn't even talk anyways. But there was one night where nobody was in the room. He was in there by himself, and he got a piece of cotton like stuck in his throat, and he dropped the little emergency button switch, and like he thought he was gonna die because he like couldn't get like anyone's attention and stuff. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That's insane. He probably did the international choking sign, just kind of grab his neck and.
But yeah, he said he's happy to be home. He liked the doctors, but it seemed like he really did not like the nurses there. He said they were all like mean and stuff.
Bunch of bitches.
He is like still blind in one of his eyes, and his vision really sucks in his other eye right now. But he's thinking that it's all gonna come back. And then he's definitely not ruling out racing and stuff. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's definitely not ruling out racing, and that kind of sucks. He can't really see. It looked like he can't really talk either. It was very slow, very calm. He's probably still under some big pain. I know he dislocated his jaw in both sizes and also broke one of them, like one side of it. And he had to reconstruct it.
Dude, that's the crazy thing. You said pain. He actually said he refused all like pain medicine and stuff. Like,
of course,
obviously they gave you some stuff in the hospital, but he refused all like future painkillers. So I'm sure the pain is definitely there. And he was saying that his whole face, he can't feel his face. It's all numb because whenever they had to like flip his face over to reconstruct his jaw and his eyebrows and stuff, his eye sockets and everything. Like all the nerve endings become disconnected. So until they like reattach themselves, like he cannot feel his face. And
the human body with the MXSX podcast.
Yep. The more you know.
Yeah. Another moving along with the podcast, another Roger to the whole shot of the year went to none other than legend Chad Reed for his great hole shot at the last race of the motocross season, a Lucas Oil Pro Motocross season in Ironman, when he pulled the vet move. He pulled the vet move for sure.
He took that very, very inside gate and just rode the little the tiny strip of grass between the track and then the fence where all the fans were chilling.
So the Racer X prestigious Roger for the whole shot of the year went to the legend Chad Reed.
Wow.
With the vet move. I don't know if it was a cheating move, but definitely a vet move.
He was on the track, kind of. He wasn't in the pits, so I guess
he was in the banners. Yeah, he was in between the banners. So yeah, I can see that.
Well, I guess those awards were just for the motocross then, or they do Supercross? Was it all included in there, like mechanic and whole shot, all that stuff? Is that for the whole year?
Yeah, I think so. I think it had to do with just the sport in general. Because remember, team of the year was for the KTM. Shocking.
So yeah. Okay. I don't know did they win any championships this year? Huh?
I don't know. Let me think. Let me go back. I know they got a second place.
Yeah, definitely second place. So little bias going on there, but that's all right. That's all right. They can do that. We can be a little biased on our show here too.
Yeah, why not? Bring Brock Tickle back. What?
Yep, exactly. So what else we got going on? Is there anything else really big happening right now?
Well, Brock Tickle, speaking of Brock Tickle, he was spotted out riding Ryan Villapoto's the 250 that he rode on the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Yes. Yeah, he was riding it out.
How'd he look?
And he still looks fast, but he's a rider. A rider is a rider.
Is he a rider? He's a rider now, not a racer. Just a rider.
Yes, that's what I said. I said, a rider is a rider.
He's a weekend warrior.
Speaking of say no to doping, one of the campaigns for the pre-Supercross season was with a couple of the riders, and they got, say no to doping thing. And
yeah, there's a picture. Who posted that picture of them standing in front of the say no to anti-doping sign, and they were just giving a thumbs up or something? Who was that?
Oh, it was Justin Cooper and Dylan Ferrandis.
They're just smiling next to the say no for doping.
They're like, yeah.
And they all signed it too. But there's it's got Tomac and Muskin and Anderson on there. But it'd be funny to Photoshop Brock Tickle on there.
That's not funny, man.
No, don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. He's training someone now, right? He's like full-time
sure.
trainer. I thought I saw it somewhere, but
I mean, let's say that we were pro racers and we coming up in the sport. Would we really want to be trained by Brock Tickle? Not taking anything from him. I'm just saying the rep, you know?
yeah, definitely. Well, you probably get him cheap. You can get him cheap, and then just don't, whatever supplements he tells you to take, just hold off on those. But he's fast.
Definitely
so he's
get
probably
checked.
got he can help you on the track. Get a nutritionist for the other stuff.
Yeah, whatever he tells you to take, you definitely have to double check it with your doctor or somebody else, just to make sure. You never know.
Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks for him. But
Somebody that's doing really good things for the sport, and it's just something that we kind of expect from this guy is Travis Pastrana, who flew to Puerto Rico to rebuild after the hurricane, and it's awesome, man. It's amazing. Like they literally got there and started working right away. They're putting buildings up. They're picking up all types of trash and things that are still left behind on the grounds.
he went with his like Motocross and Nations team, like all those guys, the whole Puerto Rico team, right? Sipes
Definitely Ryan Sipes and himself. I don't think K-Dub is out there.
No Wyndham.
Yeah, I don't think he's out there. But hey, any type of help, it's welcome. So I'm sure. And Travis is, just doing good things and just being a nice guy.
Yeah, that's just typical Travis,
Yeah, him. Like you mentioned, the MXF Nations team was out there. Collaboration with the CBDMD USA group that brought a group down there too, a crew to work with them. It's just doing big things, man. Just working and just being a nice guy.
All right, that's what's up. Anything cool on Instagram or anything that we need to talk about?
Yeah, the HEP Suzuki team also getting ready with Alex Ray, Chisholm, and the 7 Deuce Deuce, which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen this, but you know how he's number 97 this year?
Yeah.
So he has like a 97, and then he put like a little tiny deuce, like 22 on it. It's pretty tight.
I was going to say, remember what we talked about? I was like, yo, you can't just abandon the 7 Deuce Deuce. That's like who you are. So it's cool that he put that on there.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. That was a nice little touch. It's kind of like
he should do it for his number plate too.
I'm sure he is, like Josh Hansen, like how he had it.
The
it
100.
It was like 772. Like they were like he had to race with 72 or something like that, but he put like a little tiny 100 on it. Another thing, there's a lot of contracts coming into close for this year, but your boy Aaron Plessinger just signed a contract with an extension of his contract with Thor MX, which I think is a very smart move on their part. Definitely.
We haven't seen him ride that 450 yet because he pulled out of that one race, but you have to imagine he's pretty fast.
Oh, for sure. The JGR squad are looking good for the 250 class.
Yep, they got that new gear sponsor. Oh, Answer.
Ooh, yeah. They went from FXR. Is that who they had last year?
I don't know if JGR had a gear sponsor in the past, because I know for the 450s, everyone was riding something different, but yeah, definitely FXR for some of those 250s, but like Peick was wearing Fly and Hill was wearing like Fox, and it just seems like everybody was wearing something different.
Yeah, Bogle was wearing Thor, Chad's wearing Fox.
Yeah,
I know, Enzo Lopez, he's racing with Fox too.
Yeah, and I want to say Dakotas had FXR, so...
Yeah.
Who knows? So it looks like they're all going to be dressing the same this year.
That's a good move, though. I feel like it makes you look very professional. It makes you look like a team. You should be wearing the same thing. I
was going to ask if you think that all the teams should have the same gear, or riders should be allowed to have their own gear sponsors.
With the 250 class, I believe they should wear the, if the team is like the team sponsored by Fox, they should all wear Fox. Kind of like the pro circuit guys. They all wear
the same. Yeah, the same exact gear. You like that? Where they wear the same exact gear and on the same exact bike, you can't even tell who they are?
Yeah, with 250, yeah, definitely. But 450, it should be a little more open because, it's a premier class, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, with the 250, you're trying to, you're trying to accomplish something. You're trying to, you're a team, so you should, you should wear the same thing.
All right. Well, how about you guys give us your thoughts on that? Go ahead and message us on Instagram or hit us up on Twitter at MXSX Podcast or Facebook, I guess, too.
I guess. I mean, if you don't really want to. MySpace. We have MySpace.
Yeah. I don't think we have a MySpace page, but...
Oh, we'll put you in my top 8.
Yeah. There you go. Remember that everyone always used to post on there? Like, they had the little, like, forms or whatever on the left side or whatever, and it was like, if you open this, like, you have to send it to 7 people or else you'll die. Or whatever it was. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that pretty much covers everything we need to talk about today.
Yeah. 21 more days until opening day. So we're very excited over here at the MXSX Podcast for sure.
That's right. Anaheim 1 in our sights. The countdown has begun.
Make sure you guys keep tuned in. Remember, January 5th is opening day, Anaheim 1.
Make sure you follow us at MXSX Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Peace.